Well guys, it is Thursday and it is the weekly update, so let's go over it together. And starting off at the casino, and the podium vehicle this week is the Karen Sultan Classic. Moving on to LS Car Meet, and the prize right vehicle for this week is the Dominator ASP. And well guys, in order to win it, you have to place top 5 in an LS Car Meet race for 4 days in a row. And now moving on to the discounts for this week, and starting off with 40% off, we have the Drogger. It's usually $1.8 million. Now you can get it for $1.1 million. Honestly guys, you should get this vehicle this week because it is the fastest off-roader and it is just amazing. Next up, at again 40% off, we have the Lampadazzi Komoda. It's usually $1.7 million. Now you can get it for $1 million. It's usually a hit or a miss. It's honestly not bad. It's not great. So yeah, it's up to you whether you want it or not. Next up, at 40% off, again, we have the Pegassi Osiris. It's usually $1.9 million. Now you can get it for $1.1 million. It is a pretty good feeling car, but at the same time the performance is not that great in today's standards and the customization is just horrible, so yeah, I'd skip this if I were you. And now moving on to 30% off this week, and we have a lot of aircrafts on sale. And starting off with the Konada, it's at 30% off. It's usually $1.8 million. Now you can get it for $1.2 million. It is a very quick helicopter, but at the same time it's not that great, so yeah, I'd skip it if I were you. Next up, at again 30% off, and it is a bit of a surprise, and that is the Swift Deluxe. It's usually $5.1 million. Now you can get it for $3.6 million. Honestly, a big waste of money. It doesn't really have anything special, and yeah, do skip it this week. And next up, again at 30% off, we have the Super Velito Carbon. It's usually worth $3.3 million. Now you can get it for $2.3 million. Again, most of the aircrafts here are not really worth it, so yeah, do skip this one as well. Again, another skippable aircraft at 30% off, we have the Volatus. It's usually $2.2 million. Now you can get it for $1.6 million. And last but not least, and again at 30% off, we have the Velum 5-seater. It's usually worth $995,000. Now you can get it for $696,000. And just like the aircrafts before it, it is a waste of money, and yes, it is a skip. And now moving on to the property discounts, and we have 30% off on all hangars as well as its extras and renovations. And one more thing guys, if you want to source cargo from Rooster, well, it is 50% off this week, so do make use of that. And now moving on how to make money this week, and starting off with 3 times money NRP, and we have the Drop Zone Adversary mode. Next up, at again 3 times money NRP, we have the Junk Energy Skydives. But if you are a GTA Plus member, well, it is 6 times money NRP for you. Oh, and a challenge as well. If you complete 5 of these Junk Energy Skydives, you're going to get $100,000. But the catch is you need to get a gold medal in all of them. And last but not least, and this time for 2 times money NRP, we have air races. And now moving on to what we've been waiting for, and that is the Salvage Yard. So first up, we have the Fister Neon, and in order to get it, you have to do the Duggan Robbery. Next up, we have the Albany Brigham, and in order to get it, you have to get the Podium Robbery. And last but not least, we also have the Ubermark Cypher, and in order to get it, you have to do the Gangbanger Robbery. And guess what guys, it is actually claimable. So yeah, if you've been wanting an Ubermark Cypher, now's the time to get it because it's free and it is a pretty good car. And well guys, I guess that is honestly about it for this week's weekly update. A pretty mid and boring week to say the least, but at least it's not, well, rubbish, so yeah. And well guys, with that, I guess I'll see you guys next time.